When doing a clinical study, sometimes you need to change your sample size in order to detect significant effects. This is how various factors, various features of the study might impact the sample size required. If the expected magnitude of the effect size is large, then you need a smaller sample size because it's easier to identify a large effect. The corollary here also makes sense. If the expected magnitude of the effect size is smaller, you're going to need more samples. You'll need a larger sample size because it becomes more difficult to identify a small effect. Next feature we'll talk about is p-value. If the p-value is large, then you need a smaller sample size because you have a more lenient cutoff for statistical significance. So if you have a p-value of 0.1, for instance, instead of 0.05, if on the contrary you have a very small p-value, like 0.01 instead of 0.05, then you need a larger sample size because you have a more stringent cutoff for statistical significance. Lastly, let's consider the power. If the power of your study is large, then you need a large sample size because high power requires a high ability to detect a difference. If the power is small, then you need a small sample size because low power doesn't require a high ability to detect a difference.